Okay, good morning class. Now we have covered gradient and distance formula. Okay, so your distance formula, remember you have point A is x1, y1, point B is x2, y2. Then your distance formula is square root of x1 minus x2 all square plus y1 minus y2 all square. Okay, and then your gradient formula will be equals to y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, or your rise and run. Okay, so you have done both your distance and gradient formula. So now we look into the equation of a straight line, which is in 5.3. Okay, so for any slant line, the equation would be given by y equals to mx plus c. Okay, so this is actually the equation of a straight line. Okay, what does m represent? M represents the gradient, okay, which is the slope, and then c represent the y-intercept. That means where it cuts the y-axis. Okay, and this equation is also called the gradient excuse me, gradient intercept form of a straight line. Why is it called gradient intercept form? Because from this equation you can straight away tell the slope of the straight line as well as where it cuts the y-axis. Okay, there are however two. Okay, so for example, you have, let's say, y equals to 3x plus 4, then the gradient will be 3 and the y-intercept will be 4. Okay, or y equals to 2x plus 1, okay, gradient will be 2 and then y-intercept will be 1. Now if you were to ask yourself whether your line A, okay, let's say this is A and this is B, whether line A is steeper or line B is steeper, your answer would be line A. Why? Because, right, the gradient is bigger. Okay, the gradient here is 3 and the gradient here is 2. So the bigger the gradient, the steeper the line will be. Okay, right. Now, okay, there are two special cases. However, for example, if you have a line, a vertical line that cuts through, let's say 3, then the equation of a straight line will be x equals to 3. Because every point on this line, okay, the x coordinate is 3, right? And on the other hand, if you have a horizontal line, for example, you have the line that cuts through B, right? Let's say B is 4. Then the equation of this straight line will be y equals to 4. Okay, every point on this straight line will have y coordinate 4. For example, you have a point here, it could be, you know, x is 5 and then y is 4 and so on, or here, you know, x is 1 and y is 4. Okay, so for horizontal line, the equation is y equals to b, right? B can be any number, whereas for vertical line, the equation will be x equals to 3. So, yeah. Okay, now example 1, now in each case, okay, the gradient and y-intercept of a line are given. Okay, so your example 1, so they gave you the gradient as well as the y-intercept. So you're supposed to write down the equation of a straight line. So this is so straightforward. So y equals to mx plus c, right? So y equals to 4x minus 2. Here, b, y equals to negative x, downward sloping, plus c, and y equals to, if the gradient is 0, means it's a flat horizontal line, so it's y equals to half. That means it is like this. Okay, so it cuts at half. Okay, right, so quite easily done. Okay, example 2, now find the equation of the line L1 with gradient negative 4 over 3 and passing through the origin. Okay, so therefore, right, so L1 would be y equals to negative 4 over 3x, and that's all. Because the y-intercept is 0. Okay, the y-intercept is 0, so it's plus 0. Okay, so you will notice that any line that passes through the origin, okay, the y-intercept will be 0. So straight away you would know that when there is no y-intercept, that means that line passes through the origin. Okay? Alright, B, L2. Okay, L2, basically we are talking about the blue line. Okay, that means upward sloping, so gradient is positive. So y equals to 2x, okay, plus c. Okay, the y-intercept here quite clear. Y-intercept here is -1. So therefore, it is y equals to 2x minus 1. Okay, now example 3. Find the equation of the line L1 that passes through the points A and B. So in this case, for your example 2 is easy. Easy in the sense that because they already given you the gradient as well as a point. Okay, in this case, straight away on the diagram you can tell lah. Yeah, but in example 3, okay, you don't know. You don't know what is the y-intercept, neither do you know what's the gradient, but you can find. Okay, so it passes through. So the line passes through A and it passes through B. So straight away, you know that the gradient will be y1 minus y2. Okay, I can use this 2 minus -4 over x1 minus x2, 3 minus -5. So this is 6 over 8. Okay, which is 3 over 4. Okay, so the gradient is 3/4. Alright, so equation of the straight line will be y equals to 3/4 x plus c. Okay, how do I find c? Substitute a point. Okay, A. Since this point lie on the straight line, so it definitely will satisfy the equation. So substitute A. I can also substitute B, right? So 2 equals to 3/4 times 3 plus c. So 2 equals to 9 over 4 plus c. So c is equals to 2 minus 9 over 4, which is -1/4. So the equation of the line would be y equals to 3/4 x minus 1/4. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, the second line, L2. Okay, L2. Okay. Right, L2 that passes through the point C. Okay, C, which is -3, 5, and D, -3, -1. So gradient would be 5 minus -1 over -3 minus -3. Okay. Oh, so you have 6. -3 plus 3 is 0. Undefined. Okay, so which means that this line is what kind of line? Okay, when the gradient is undefined. Is it a horizontal line? So horizontal line, the gradient is 0. Okay, so here the gradient is 0. Okay, m is 0. We use m to represent gradient. Whereas for vertical line, okay, your m is undefined or infinity. Okay, right? It is as steep as it can be. So we know that for gradient, right? The bigger the gradient, the steeper it is. So what is the steepest that you can go? That is when the slope is vertical. Okay, where the slope is infinity. Right? So in this case, this is actually a vertical line. So therefore, the equation of this line will be x equals to -3. And you do notice that actually these 2 points, right? The 2 points actually has x coordinate -3. Okay, so they lie here and perhaps here. Okay, so the answer is x equals to -3. Okay. Okay, example 4. Now equation of a straight line L is 4x plus 5y minus 7 equals to 0. Express the equation in a gradient intercept form. Okay, so gradient intercept form, right? So, okay, so 4x plus 5y minus 7 equals to 0. So 5y equals to negative 4x plus 7. So y is equals to negative 4 over 5, x plus 7 over 5. So this is gradient intercept form. Okay, the next B, hence state the gradient in y-intercept. So gradient, you must write down, gradient is negative 4/5, y-intercept is equals to 7 over 5. Okay, all right, and C, find the coordinates of the point where the line L cuts the x-axis. Okay, where does it cut the x-axis? So when it cut the x-axis, okay, so we're going to sketch it out. Okay, let's say we sketch this out. Gradient is negative, so it's downward sloping. Y-intercept is this. Okay, let's say it's like this. 7 over 5, this is y, this is x. Okay, so you want to find the point where it cuts the x-axis. So since this is the equation of the line, y equals to negative 4x, so 4 over 5x plus 7 over 5. So at this point, you're supposed to find, right? So when y equals to 0, okay, negative 4 over 5 x plus 7 over 5 equals to 0. So negative 4 over 5 x equals to negative 7 over 5. So therefore, x must be equals to 7 over 4. Okay, or 1 3/4. Right? So that is C, coordinates a point where the line cuts the x-axis to coordinates. So x is 1 3/4 and y is 0. So this is your answer. Okay, now D. Find the area of the triangle formed by the line, the x-axis and the y-axis. That means if you're done a sketch, so this is a sketch, right? So you're supposed to find the area. Okay, so the area. So we need to see, okay, what are the points that we have? Okay, so in this case, we know that therefore this is 1 3/4. Okay, this is 0. This is 7 over 5. So in order for us to find the area, okay, so if you were to draw here, this is 1 3/4. This is 7 over 5. Sorry, this is 0. Okay, so this is 0 and this is 7 over 5. So area will be half times base times height. Okay, that would give you, okay, so this is equals to 49 over 40, or 1 and 9 over 40 units squared. Okay. Okay, great. So we are at exercise 5.3. Now I'm going to show one example for each of this, and then the rest of you, please do the rest. Okay, do on full scap because I don't think you have space to do all your working, especially Colin. Okay, so for each of the following, write down the equation of the line given its gradient m and y-intercept. So this is very easy. Gradient is 2. Okay, C, the y-intercept is 3. So y equals mx plus c. So y equals to 2x plus 3. Okay, so that's quite easily done. Right? Okay, next one. Okay, I will show one sum for each sum. Okay, so for each of the following, write down the equation. Number 2, write down the equation of the line that passes through the given point A and has gradient m. So they give you a gradient m, right, equals to 1. So you know that the line is y equals to 1x plus c. How to find c? Substitute the point to -1. So I will have y is -1, x is 2, so plus c. C is actually -3. So the equation of the straight line is y equals to x minus 3. Okay, right? And then 3a, write down the equation of the line that passes through the two given points. So in this case, all right, the didn't give you y-intercept, neither did they give you gradient, so you need to find both. So gradient is equals to y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So gradient is 1. Alright, how do you find the y-intercept? So now you know the gradient is 1. So equation is y equals to 1x plus c. So it's sub either point A or point B. So I'm going to sub point A, right? So y equals to x plus c. C is 2. So therefore equation is y equals to x plus 2. Okay? Alright. Now we will go to the next one. Okay, so you have here, okay, the same thing. And then, right, I think you should be able to do. Okay, I think if you can actually do it on the worksheet itself. I think there's enough space. Alright, unless really you don't have space, then you use foolscap. Okay, can do it on the worksheet itself. Alright, so for today, I want you to do question 1. Right, do question 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, should be quite fast. Yeah, then tomorrow we'll carry on. Okay, right, thank you everyone. Have a good day.